can. So firstly, a massive well done to everyone who is on the call or watching this back. You've obviously got to the end of ELIMIN8, and whilst 8 weeks of dieting, when you sign up, you think, oh, 8 weeks isn't long. It can feel very long on a diet, and it is hard to stay accountable. It is hard to keep going and push through when you are on a low calorie diet. So it is a massive achievement to get this far, and people need to be proud of how far they have come and staying accountable for this long, because life can throw massive curveballs through diets. And like, you might have a trip away, you might have a weekend away, you might fall ill, you might get busy with work, you might have socials that were unexpected, and all of these factors can obviously derail motivation and progress. But to get to the end and to get this far shows a massive mindset, because trust me, I've been there myself on like 8-week cuts, and like when I done my photo shoot, I probably the most similar sort of thing to ELIMIN8, and the reason I done that photo shoot was for ELIMIN8, so I can relate what it's like to be on things like low calorie diets, having to make smarter food choices, and I know it fine well it is not easy. So huge well done to everyone. And hopefully, like, I know obviously everyone on the call, I'm looking at the names, hopefully everyone is, one, happy with their progress, two, if not finally like where they want to be, have learned something from ELIMIN8 to be able to take away and implement. Or I know a few of you are coming into coaching, a few of you have signed up for the next ELIMIN8 already. So it's like I promote ELIMIN8 being the way it is. It's rapid fat loss, and it's a kickstart into any journey, whether you are finishing off, which I know some of you have done, or really getting yourself started. And we've had people, just to talk through some of the goals, we've had someone lose 9 kilos. We've had people start the gym for the first time, people dropping dress sizes. Like, the goals that come through ELIMIN8 go above and beyond like anything that I would expect in 8 weeks before coaching. Obviously, being my 3rd/4th ELIMIN8 that I've run, it's like, it surprises me every time just how much of an impact it can have on someone's life. And although we see things like initially like, oh, I might just want to lose a bit of weight, it might just give me that kickstart I need, the journey that it brings goes above them expectations. And I hope that's happened for you. If not, you're probably at the stage where if you keep going, then things will come. So don't see ELIMIN8 as an end of a diet or an end of a journey. See it as an end of a phase for the next thing for you to come. So yeah, big introduction as always, but massive well done. Very happy with this group, as I've said a million times. Very happy with all the individuals on the call's progress. But let's start with a Q&A, because that way we can talk about things, or I can touch on base on things on there. So we'll start while everyone's engaged in the call. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they would like to share from their weeks, or anything that they've really enjoyed with ELIMIN8? It's like an open board. Anything that they would like to say, ask, or share? No, right, standard. No one really likes to obviously speak up. So I think the first things first is obviously covering what's next and making sure, I know we've touched on this, I'll come on to your question in a second, Mira. I know we've talked about what's next and what to do, and whether you want to continue journey, whether it be weight loss, or you ever want to go into like a gaining phase, or maintenance, or reversing your calories, which I think Amira is just asked there. The first thing you should do from a diet break is give yourself at least, I say about, it's usually somewhere in the region of 300 to 400 calories, because of what we've come through. So because you've been on the aggressive side, you can take a bit more of a bigger jump than you would on, say, a normal diet. That 300, say for example, 300 calories that you come up, you may initially in the first couple of days, weight may spike up. That's due to glycogen, basically carbohydrate stores. That, do not panic. That will come back down after 2-3 days, as long as you're working out and you're walking and you're getting your water in. So do not panic. Reverse dieting is tricky. Like, it's all subjective on what the next goal is. If it's body recomposition, which sort of means staying the same weight but getting a better muscle to fat ratio, the increase is so small. So for females, it's like 60 to 80 calories a day over a week. So that's like the equivalent of an extra half a banana a day. And you slowly bring yourself up by that amount till you hit a sort of maintenance weight, maintenance calories. And then if your weight's slowly starting to tick up, then obviously you've gone a little bit above and beyond that. For a guy, it's about 80 to 100 calories. I say girls and guys, but obviously it's subjective to weight and training experience, etc. So reversing your calories from there, I would always do that anyway. Bring yourself up to maintenance. Most of us should be doing that for Christmas because it takes away that anxiety of Christmas treats. It allows your tolerance to be that little bit higher for when you've got all the Christmas socials, etc., etc. And if you're going into a gaining phase, you probably, again, is subjective. The reason why everything is so subjective and my answers are a bit vague is it depends on the person. Like a gaining phase comes down to how much body fat are you willing to put on. So if you want to put on loads and loads of muscle and you don't mind putting on body fat, you can push your calories a lot higher than someone like myself, who I don't really like putting on body fat, and I'm not willing to, for the amount of muscle I would put on, I'm not willing to take that. Like, I don't really get the benefit of putting that much muscle on because obviously I play a lot of sports, so putting on like 10 kilos for me would just be too much. So you start with sort of like a 200, 250 calorie jump, and then from there just increasing by like sort of 100. So that should cover everything. The mirrors in the background, I can see her nodding, so we're good. Any other questions on what to do? I'll cover it actually. In terms of food, what you should do is when you up your food for your first couple of weeks, and I know it is Christmas, try and get the majority of your increase through similar foods that you've been having, especially if you're someone who panics if weight spikes up. So for example, if you've been having 40 grams of oats for breakfast and you're having a 20-gram carb increase, take your oats up to 60 grams. If you're having fats, you've been having like things like peanut butter and nuts and seeds, stick with that. Don't just start seeing an extra increase in food as, right, I might as well go and have all the sweets and treats that I've missed out on. It's slowly bring them in. And then maybe at the weekend when you've got on track days or you've got more calories to play with, you fit your treats in there where you've got the more room to play so you're not hungry. Emily's question, do you find a lot of clients struggle to intake the extra calories a day after having been used to being on lower calories? If you're not hungry, should you try and force the extra calories? Yeah, I think it's not necessarily force it. A lot of people do struggle to increase food for a number of reasons. Obviously, sometimes they got used to low amount, body's not moving them as much. So like your body tries to achieve homeostasis, which basically means your body tries to balance out its energy level. So I've spoke about this before. If you're someone who naturally talks a lot with their hands, you're burning more energy than someone who doesn't. What your body will start doing is it will naturally, all these natural body functions like talking with your hands or like scratching your face, etc., your body will stop doing that and you literally just become still. So the reason you want to increase the calories is you want to get your body back moving and back feeling full of energy, fully energized. So one, it's hormone production, etc., is all reset back to its normal sort of status, and then you can make judgments from there. And then in terms of like how to do that is you can like sort of do what you do on the reverse of a diet. So for example, if you've been having like a bagel thin instead of a bagel, go back to having a bagel. If you've been having like turkey mince instead of beef mince, have beef mince because it'll be higher in fat, 5% fat yogurt instead of 0% fat yogurt. I'm not massively big on changing it all. Just like I would rather think things like stick to 0% fat yogurt and then just try and increase the food, and you'll notice your body does move that little bit more. And I know this might sound silly, but implementing things like a little bit of cardio can make you feel hungrier. So you wouldn't really put cardio into something when you're trying to up food because you're like, well, I'm trying to bring down the deficit. But by just putting a tiny bit in, it might spike the sort of hunger levels. But again, this is why coaching is so personal and personal training is so personal, because it is subjective to you and how you react. But yeah, if you're struggling, don't necessarily force it down. Just pick things that are less sort of like more calorie dense, or things that are less tight. So for example, putting in like a Rice Krispie Squares bar for an extra 20 grams of carbs over a banana should be that little bit easier to get your carbs in, or having sort of like mince instead of chicken, or 0% fat Greek yogurt instead of chicken, because it's easier digested, so therefore won't keep you as full. So start being a bit smart with the food choices, but in the reverse where you would on a diet. Hopefully that covers that, Emily. Anyone else with any questions in and around any topics? No, right. So I'll go through some of the questions and just put in like the group what you think. I know these challenges tend to start a little bit better throughout the at the start of the thing, and then they tend to, because one, not as many people get involved, things happen. But what was sort of everyone's favorite challenge? Was it like the breakfast? Was it the fake away, steps, scenic picture? What was everyone's favorite challenge? Mira's was the dessert. And any of the food challenges? Emily with steps. So you see, like, everyone's coming in with sort of different options and things like that. It's good. This is why it's good to see people with different things coming in, because it just shows you. The reason I'm asking these questions and I want everyone to answer within the group is it shows you that your weight loss journey is personal. What you get out of each weight loss journey and out of everything is completely different to everyone else. So you need to start thinking, right, I'm not looking at what everyone else is doing. I'm looking at what works well for me, what triggers me, what is my motive to continue dieting, what is my motive to continue this journey. And that will end up, you'll start finding, when you understand what it does for you, what you want to do next, and what is going to make you stay consistent, whether it be with me, whether it be by yourself, whether it be going to the gym with a friend. Like, all of these things will start coming towards you. I'll start with a question. What did everyone find the hardest part of ELIMIN8? Was it sticking to the low calories? Was it being consistent? Was it turning up every week? Was it filling out the spreadsheets? Like, what did everyone find the hardest or the most tedious part of the journey? Chloe's with steps. See, calories, consistency, the gym. See, again, every answer coming through is different. Like, and you'll see, like, obviously macro targets on weekends. So yeah, again, you'll probably see everyone's different. Everyone finds things different. So it's always going to come down to, I'm going to repeat myself, it's coming down to what works for you, what is best for you. And there's like things to always take away and things to learn. Like, I know a couple of you have got exams coming up, and you're finding like being convenient, like still going for convenient on low calories is extremely hard. And it's something that you'll learn to build towards. Is like, you start creating this ideal situation. So like, in an ideal world, you'd go to the gym, say like 4 times a week, you'd do 1 to 2 cardio, you'd do 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And you create this scenario. Once you've done that, then you start thinking, right, if I can't get my 8 to 10,000 steps in outside because the weather's rubbish, what am I going to do instead? And it'll be like, right, I'll make sure I get 1 to 2 cardio sessions in this week, because say like cardio is basically double what steps would be. In an ideal world, I'd make my lunch, I'd make a salad. If I can't make a salad, I'd go to Co-op and get a gym kitchen meal. If I can't get a gym kitchen meal and I want to get something from the sandwich shop, go to, like, say, for example, I know most of you are from Jersey, True or Taste, and pick up a salad. It's like you start creating all these things. And again, it comes from what is the bottleneck in your progress. So just just be aware of that. Now, I want some people to share some things with me here. What was everyone's sort of favorite part of Eliminate? I'll leave that there. I'll leave that open. Won't put words in anyone's mouth. Workouts. Cool. Group page. That's actually a little bit surprising from my side because obviously it wasn't as active. I feel like Facebook's lost its motive. Like it used to be the be all and end all, but with like so much social media things now, like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I was looking into something for the next one. I think I'd spoken to a couple of you about this. I was looking for another app to find instead of the Facebook group. So it's good to actually see this feedback and see how we can keep the group a bit more active because I have seen it more active with other groups, even though there was still a lot of posting in there. So it's cool. I know obviously achievements, and we will see everyone's achievements coming through. So yeah, thanks for that. I think, like I said, I don't want to just make this a big long chat about what people enjoy because I will be sending out probably to obviously most all of you on this call definitely requests for like testimonials, and I'll give you like a breakdown of what went well, what didn't go well, because obviously I'll use your feedback for the next eliminate, and obviously I want to hear what you enjoyed the most, what worked well for you, and hearing it from your side rather than me just assuming that like obviously seeing progress is the biggest factor because it might not be. So yeah, some testimonial questions will be coming out to you guys. But is there anything else whilst you've got me here that you want to cover, whether it be the bonus weeks 9 and 10, what to do? Do I keep track of it, etc., etc.? Should you still take measurements and progress pics? Any questions on this at all? Okay, just on that, if you can, definitely still take things like your progress pics and your measurements because you will see and continue weighing yourself. Because, like I said, the first jump, I would expect you to still be in a deficit. The reason I want you to continue tracking is you will see your body weight in progress vs your calories in vs out vs your output, same way you have done on eliminate. And remember, like that we know how to get you to diet, but you need to start realizing where's your maintenance. Knowing your maintenance calories is arguably the most important thing about any journey. If you can get yourself to understand what amount of food and what output you can get to maintain weight, you will make progress for life because you will always have a ballpark figure. So we know, obviously, say for example, you started on 1500, you lose weight at 1500, you lose weight at 1400, you lose weight at 1300, you lose weight at 1200. Should you what number should you start a journey on? Like next time you want to lose weight or next time you've got a holiday coming up, and you've got so much of a ballpark figure that it's like, well, I could do this or I could do this. If you get to maintenance, anything under that will leave you in a position to be like, right, do I start too fast? Do I start too slow? At least you're narrowing down what you need to do. And I think we've got some people like that have experienced in with the gym and with tracking in this group, and that will help them progress massively because they're aware of that. And it'll be the same for you. If you can get good understanding of that, you'll always leave yourself in a good position. So do continue to track, do continue to get your pictures in, etc., because you'll leave yourself seeing whether you look better flat in terms of like low food, or if you look better full with energy, and that will also help you with your next stage, whether you should continue to lose weight or continue to build muscle. So yeah, I will leave that there if there's no more questions coming through. The big one is the eliminate overall winner. This was really, really tough, like really tough, because some views were a lot more active at the start of eliminate, a lot of you a lot more active at the end, in between. So I've took everything into account as I always do, like who took part in the most challenges, who got themselves like who checked in every time, who's got their progress, etc., etc., everything all in one. And the winner, overall winner for Eliminate is Hannah. So it was really, really tough because there was a few of you that were in the close and had to weigh it up and ask a few things and get out the pen and paper old school and really see it. And it was very close, is all I can say that. But Hannah, congratulations. Well done. Really, really happy with, obviously.
Thanks.
And I don't want, obviously, happy for you, but for the rest of you, don't let that take away your progress, because some of you are amazing. Like, and I can't wait to see how you get on the next couple of weeks. I will still be checking it, and like, I'm still here for questions. Like, just drop me a message, or if any of you want to book in a call, please do, because that will mean a lot to me to see how you are getting on also. So anything else from anyone else? Last time? No. Okay, the group's going to stay active. So if you've got any questions or anything you'd like to share, I'm going to keep the group running. I'm going to keep it running the whole way through December. Obviously, naturally, it will die down. But if you've got anything to share, like tips, tricks, snack hacks, or you want to share your progress when you've got the time to do so, then please do, because it's always nice to feel something yourself. But it's like getting your mum to put up a photo of you and all her friends commenting on the pic. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? So we want to see everyone's progress together. We're a big team now, and I'm sure some of you will see each other like in the gym or out and about, and you've got that conversation of like, oh, how did you enjoy Eliminate? And then you can progress, see how each other are getting on with the gym. Congratulations, everyone, for getting this far. Super well done. I'm here. Anything else, just let me know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Logan.
Thank you.
Right, have
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.